artificial intelligence. We keep hearing a lot about it lately, and I have to wonder how this will affect TTRPG gaming. There's been a lot of talk about AI DMs, and we also see a lot of cool stuff like AI art, and we hear about ChatGPT and all these other things. So what does it mean for our games? Well, today we're going to take a look at how we can actually use some artificial intelligence to benefit us as DMs and GMs. So let's get into it. Hello everybody, I'm Joe, and this is the GM Toolbox, your go-to place to get all the tools you need to enhance your TTRPG games. Today I want to talk to you a bit about AI. Now, I've been seeing AI a lot on the news and all over the place. I've been seeing a lot of AI generated art, and there's a lot of negatives and positives around artificial intelligence. The way this is going to affect our community and even people who are creating content for our community is a bit different. Now, if you are a publisher, if you're looking to go out and create content and sell it, one thing I would say is I would never use AI art for that. I think I'd much rather hire a real artist. But if you are just a home DM or GM and you're looking to do some fun stuff for your games, some of that AI art could be pretty cool and useful. Now, how can we use some of this artificial intelligence ourselves as game masters to help, benefit our games? Again, I would never want to use artificial intelligence to write a adventure that I would try to sell or something like that. But I can see using it for the small aspects of my home games, especially things I need to kind of maybe create on the spot. So today I want to take a look at a couple different ways we can use artificial intelligence for our home games to help just enhance them a little bit. This is ChatGPT. It's probably one of the most popular things that you've heard about in the way of AI. This is a part of a program called OpenAI, and we can use this to create stuff. We just input something into the prompt and it will spit it back at us. And then we can kind of go back and forth and refine it and ask it to, enhance stuff or to go into more detail or to change aspects until we get something that we really like. So I want to just give you an example of a way you could use this for your home games. So let's say that your players are in a city and they say, hey, I want to go look for a shop that sells magic items. And you don't have anything really prepared for that. Well, if you have your computer handy and you pop this open, we can create something real quick. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT what I'm looking for here. So we're going to tell it to generate a shop in a fantasy city that sells uncommon and rare magic items. I need a name for this shop as well as a description of it. I also need the name of the shop owner and a description of them. And I need an inventory for the shop. Okay, so that's it. That's all I'm going to tell it. Now, it's going to think about it for a second here and it starts to spit some stuff out. So we have the Enchanted Emporium. The Enchanted Emporium is a mystical shop located near the heart of a bustling fantasy city. The exterior of the shop is made of dark, weathered wood with a sign hanging above the door that reads The Enchanted Emporium in shimmering gold letters. The interior is dimly lit, but the walls are lined with shelves and display cases filled with rare and uncommon magic items. The atmosphere is quiet and hushed, as if the items within the shop are too precious to be disturbed. The shop owner is Zoltar the Wise. Zoltar is a tall, slender wizard with a long white beard and piercing blue eyes. He is a knowledgeable and experienced wizard who has dedicated his life to acquiring the rarest magic items in the land. He runs the Enchanted Emporium with a firm but fair hand, always seeking to provide his customers with the finest magical goods available. Despite his no-nonsense demeanor, Zoltar is a kind and compassionate person who truly cares about the people who visit his shop. And then it gives us some items here that the shop sells. So let's say that we want one of these things. I like this cursed amulet that brings misfortune to those who wear it. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with that one. Let's take a look at that one. So let's have it also describe the cursed amulet's physical appearance in greater detail. So the reason I want it to just give me the physical appearance is what we're going to do with this next. It says the cursed amulet is a small and unassuming piece of jewelry. It is made of dull black metal that appears to be lead or iron and is roughly the size of a silver dollar coin. The amulet is circular in shape and raised surface that features a simple, stylized symbol that appears to be a circle with a line through it. Despite its plain appearance, the amulet has a dark and ominous aura about it. It feels heavy and cold to the touch and seems to suck the light out of the surrounding area. Some say that the amulet actually seems to pulse and vibrate with sinister energy as if it's eager to be worn and wreak its havoc. It goes on from there. Those who have encountered the amulet report that it has powerful and malevolent energy. So good. All right, I like this. This kind of gives us some cool stuff to work with here. So what I want to do now is I'm going to give it one more prompt. I'm going to say, generate a description of the amulet that can be input into MidJourney to generate art for it. So it's going to spit out something very similar, but a little bit more specific for MidJourney. Now, MidJourney is an art AI program in Discord. It's basically a Discord bot that we can input some data into, and it will generate art for us. So we're going to take this description right now that it's putting in, and we're going to go over to our Discord, and we're going to copy and paste this over there. So let's let this finish up. Okay, so now it's done. It's generated this output. I'm going to go ahead and just copy all this. And now let's head over to Discord. Okay, so here's MidJourney. And really all we have to do here is say /imagine. And then I'm going to paste everything we put in there. And that's it. Now we can do more with this. We can say 4K or 8K and kind of go into greater detail. But we're just going to see what it does with simply the prompt that it gave us. So I'm going to hit enter and let it go. So we're going to just have, it's kind of waiting in queue here. So we'll let it do its thing and then we'll take a look at what we get with it. One issue with AI is it could take a couple of minutes to generate these images and things like that. So while we're waiting on that, I just wanted to remind you guys real quick, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, help me out with the channel, and we're going to be doing some giveaways real soon. So make sure you hit the notifications so you know when that's going to happen. Okay, so it's done, and here's what it spit out for us. We got these 4 different images here that we can choose from. So taking a look at these, you can pick one we like. I kind of like this top right one or maybe this bottom right one. I think the bottom right one maybe fits the description a little better. So why don't we go with that one? So the next thing I can do here is I can say I want to upscale number 4. So I'm going to hit this U4, and it's going to generate another new image for me. Okay, it took about less than 2 minutes, and now we have this upscaled version of our amulet. So we can take a look at this and see that, if we wanted to, we could download this and use this to show our players what the amulet looks like. So I think this is pretty cool. This is AI talking to AI, and just as a tool to help us as game masters and dungeon masters to do certain things on the spot quickly, come up with some ideas and things like that. I like this for maybe generating an occasional magic item or location like a shop or something like that. Of course, there are tons of great books out there filled with items and stuff like that as well, but sometimes we don't have the time at the table to maybe flip that open as quickly as we want. And this can just provide you with something really neat. Now, we could probably even go back and grab the description of the shop or the shop owner and drop those in here and generate them as well and get some art for those. Now, one thing to keep in mind is with MidJourney, you only can use it so much for free on your trial. You would have to pay for a subscription. There's one that's about $30 a month that gives you, I think, unlimited uses of it. So that's probably the route I would suggest going if this is a tool you want to take advantage of. But again, this is not something I would do if I was publishing material to sell. When it comes to doing stuff like that, I would really recommend hiring an artist or something like that. And support people in the industry. But again, as a home game master, dungeon master, these can be really useful tools for something quick and easy, just to help you out with your game. So what do you think? Would you use something like this at your table to help you generate items and locations and things for your games? Or do you think that AI has no place at the table at all? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm kind of curious. I think this is fun to play around with. I don't know how much use I might actually get out of it, but it's definitely fun to play around with and see what you can come up with. So let me know what you think. That's it for today. And until next time, roll those dice.